What if I told you your whole life was at the mercy of forces you've never seen? Would you believe me? Well, have you ever seen a neuron? Right now, there are about 100 billion of them inside your brain, controlling every part of who you are, your thoughts, your behavior, your beliefs, even your very identity. These neurons are what's controlling how you're manifesting the reality of your experience right now, including the reality you dream could be possible. I'm talking about everything you could ever want, like the house, the car, the vacation, or the lifestyle of complete and total freedom. But these neurons are also responsible for everything you don't want, like scarcity, anxiety, or fear. These neurons carry the information that manifest unconditional love or feeling alone and rejected. These neurons are 100% responsible for manifesting all the cash you could ever want, need, and deserve, just as they're responsible for poverty, lack, and limitation. These neurons run the code that repeatedly spits out whether you experience true freedom or having to dance to someone else's tune. Neurons control everything that manifests in our lives. And these neurons have been painting the picture you see in your reality since the day we were born. And they'll continue to call the shots until the day we die, because that's what they're designed to do. Now, if it's ever seemed like some people are pre-programmed for success while others are pre-programmed for scarcity, you wouldn't be far off. But it's important for you to know that it's not necessarily about the genetic material you were born with, but more about the programming your neurons have been subject to. You see, your neurons are simply manifestation machines. They manifest the reality they've been programmed to reveal. Now, it's equally important for you to know that all this is not happening at the conscious level. In fact, neuroscientists estimate that 95% of what manifests as your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, decisions, and reality of experience is happening outside of your conscious awareness. What you've manifested into your life up until this very moment has happened because that's exactly what your neurons were programmed to manifest at the subconscious level. Now, while that may at first seem pessimistic or cynical, no one wants to believe they were simply born to lose. In truth, it's not pessimistic or cynical at all. In fact, it's categorically the best news you could hear today, all because recent scientific breakthrough have revealed that it's actually way easier to reprogram the neurons in your subconscious mind than you ever thought possible, allowing you to open up to the possibility of manifesting what you truly want, while at the same time debugging your brain from decades of negative programming that's manifested everything you truly don't want almost instantly. You're about to discover how a simple pair of headphones will instantly become your most valued ally, able to help you automatically reprogram the neurons in your brain to manifest the life of your dreams. This is especially good news. If everything else, like willpower, positive thinking, the law of attraction, personal growth books, and manifestation trainings have left you high and dry. Now, if this sounds like science fiction, don't worry, it's not. It's evidence-based science, and I'll reveal it all to you in this short, free presentation. So, if you're ready to finally manifest everything you've ever dreamed of, but could never figure out how to do it, then make sure you watch this 100% free presentation all the way through to the end. Because in this short report, I'll show you the research-based solution to instantly downloading abundant manifestation codes straight to your neurons, all while you debug the scarcity manifestation codes right out of your brain. Can you imagine a life without struggle? Can you imagine saying goodbye to fear and anxiety? Can you imagine living a life of unsurpassed wealth and freedom, unlimited love and happiness, and leaving the old life of scarcity and never having enough in the rearview mirror for good? Right now, I must ask you this question. If you could instantly download these instant abundant manifestation codes straight to your brain, would you want them? Here's the thing. Your brain is processing information at an alarming speed. In fact, it's way more powerful than the most powerful supercomputer on Earth. Right now, as you watch this presentation, your brain is processing 1 billion calculations every second. Just a couple of years ago, some Japanese and German researchers compared a supercomputer's processing power to the human brain. It took the K computer, one of the fastest computers in the world, 40 minutes to match 1 second of brain processing power. But here's what's even more impressive. Your subconscious mind is processing 500,000 times more information than your conscious mind. Equally impressive, 719 years ago, Leonardo da Vinci and Galileo, two of history's most influential men, embedded powerful clues to this manifestation secret in their groundbreaking work. Here's the crazy story of how I discovered it. By now, you're probably wondering who I am. So allow me to introduce myself. My name is Anthony Medina. I grew up in North Carolina with a heavy-handed Italian father who always told me I was such a loser, that I couldn't be his son. So when my mom passed away, I didn't stick around. I ran away from home on the second day of 7th grade, never to return home or ever go back to school. I grew up on the streets, hustling and scrounging for a place to sleep and food to eat. So I want you to know something right from the get-go. Whatever brought you here today, whether it's money struggles, poor health, stress, anxiety, or fear that follows you like a shadow, I get it. I 100% know what it's like to desperately want change in your life. I know what it's like to hear the voices in your head that say loser and the constant battle of never having enough. And I also know what it's like to feel completely powerless because it feels like the whole world is against you. But for me, all that changed in an instant. The moment a stranger placed a pair of tourist headphones on my head and pushed play. That sound changed me forever because it had a secret abundance code embedded in it. In just a few minutes, I'm going to reveal this code to you because it sparked a renaissance of wealth in my life. So, if you're wondering, Anthony, how did you go from a street rat to an entrepreneurial empire builder as a 7th grade dropout who never even finished high school? That would be a fair question. And I promise to tell you the rest of my story in just a minute. Because I'm living proof that the secret to success has nothing to do with a formal education or how smart you are. It has nothing to do with the family you're born into or even how hard you work. In fact, everything you think you know and everything you think you need to know about manifesting wealth is exactly what's standing in the way of your highest hopes and dreams right now. What I'm going to share with you today is based on the very latest brain research and neurological technology, even though I learned of it in a 723-year-old cathedral. The latest neurological research tells us our brains are still at least 30 times faster and more powerful than the most powerful supercomputer on Earth today. But no matter how powerful our brains are, they're only as good as the information programmed into them. Programming from parents, teachers, coaches, TV, Hollywood, etc. Programming you had almost nothing to do with until you turned your attention to this presentation today. What you're about to learn is that as powerful as all that old, negative, and scarcity-minded programming is, it's now proven that it's beyond easy to replace the old scarcity programming with new abundance programming, all thanks to how adaptable our brains can be when properly stimulated. This is the essence of neuroplasticity. You see, your subconscious brain is essentially a manifestation machine. You simply manifest the information that's been programmed into it. And the good news is you can, once and for all, change the programming now with record speed. So, if you've had even the slightest voice inside you telling you you were born for greater things than your current experience of reality, it's because you are made for greater things. But first, it's important for you to understand just how our brain creates the reality you experience. Cosimo Medici, the patriarch of the House of Medici, did just that centuries ago when he commissioned the renowned Renaissance painter Sandro Botticelli to paint the Adoration of the Magi, but with the Medici family as part of the holy group present at the Messiah's arrival. Think about what that scene would communicate to the Medici family. You belong right here at the center of history. You are destined, called to be part of great things. You are a history maker, not just an observer. And the Medici family would go on to change history forever by sparking the Renaissance. They manifested the new reality the painter had been told to paint. They became what they observed. This is exactly what the latest quantum physics research confirms. You experience what you observe with your attention. Now, the picture that had been painted for me was full of self-doubt and scarcity and fear of not measuring up. And that's exactly the life I manifested. Now, inside each one of us is a painter that's creating the reality our subconscious has been programmed to paint. That's why learning how to manifest is a fool's errand. Learning can't recommission the painter. Instead, I'm going to show you the one secret of how to recommission the painter to paint the image you want to see. And the amazing news is this: you can reprogram your subconscious and recommission the painter today, because the sound I played for you earlier finally makes it possible to quickly reprogram the part of your brain that's painting your reality of scarcity, not enough money, love, or good health. Here's how I discovered this secret. I showed up in Florence desperate for a connection to the Medici family to prove I wasn't just born to lose. But the moment I stepped foot in Florence, I was instantaneously given sign after sign affirming I was where I needed to be. I couldn't believe it when on a building in Florence I saw the very shield that appeared before my eyes following that embarrassing dinner. The one with the 5 red circles and the 1 blue one on top. Well, it turns out that design is the coat of arms for the House of Medici. And in Florence, they're anywhere the Medicis left their influence, which basically means they're everywhere. The sign I saw was now repeating and intensifying, and I knew it was guiding me. I was led to the Florence Cathedral, the largest dome structure in the entire world. I learned how the project sat unfinished for decades until the Medicis sponsored the architect Brunelleschi to complete what had been called impossible. Engineers to this day have no clue how he did it, as there are no surviving plans or documents. The Medici's family of Renaissance artists, artisans, and scientists had created something no one else had or ever has since. But in contrast, I felt so small because of my own lack of accomplishments. My life was in the gutter. My life didn't measure up, just like my father had prophesied. My life had reached zero potential. As I stood beneath the dome, filled with wonder and anguish, a strange-looking man approached me, looking me straight in the eyes. I say strange because he was dressed in a robe, but not a robe of the church. It was simple, but beautiful and clearly expensive. As he got closer, I noticed he was wearing a pin, much like the American flag pin you see politicians wear. But it wasn't a flag. It was the Medici shield, 5 red circles and 1 blue circle on top. It was the sign. He gently put his hand on my shoulder. "What troubles you, my friend?" I paused for a moment. When I realized I had nothing to lose, I told him everything. My fears and dreams, that I was born to lose but hoping it wasn't true. how impressed I was at everything I was seeing, the dread I'd never do anything with my life, how I came to Florence desperate for something to change my destiny. He listened like no one had ever before. He told me, "You cannot accomplish the impossible with your scattered, troubled mind. Do you think Brunelleschi built this?" He waved his arm to the dome. "With a mind scattered like a broken vase." I could feel the truth of those words. My mind always felt like it was going in 1,000 different directions. "You must learn to quiet your mind," he paused, "and acknowledge that the greatness already lives inside you," as he placed his own hand over my heart. "Right now, it is there, but behind the lock." I nodded. "Whether the Medicis are your ancestors or not makes no difference. You must unlock your own source of wealth, influence, and power. It is there inside of you. I can feel it at this very moment." I felt a small, distant, but very real spark ignite in my chest. He then turned on his heel and said, "Follow me." He led me to a bench in a deserted alcove of the cathedral and pulled some headphones out of his pocket. They looked like the typical tourist headphones you get on a museum tour. "This," he said, "will quiet your mind for you." Then he simply said, "I will see you soon," and stepped back into the flow of tourists. As I returned my gaze to the room, I saw the shield sign again. It became clear. I was supposed to be right here, doing this very thing. I couldn't escape it. I put on the headphones, and what I heard took my breath away. I heard the slow, rhythmic tolling of bells in the distance, wind gently moving through a forest, deep, low voices breathing out solitary notes, much like those of ancient monks, and a whooshing, vibrational flutter unlike anything I'd heard. I closed my eyes, and for the first time that I could ever remember, I felt a singular peace. Fear melted off me like snow under a springtime sun, and the scattered voices in my mind became still. I felt a vibrant confidence swell up in my chest. I knew it was the greatness the stranger spoke of, my own potential coming out from behind lock and key, the lock caused by all of the negative programming of my youth. I could tell that this power source had always been a part of me, that it wasn't coming from outside of me, nor was it anything someone could give me. For once, I was able to visualize for myself a future rich with hope, abundance, and peace. My inner painter was creating a brand new reality of experience right before my eyes. As the cathedral workers began cleaning up around me, I was brought back into the present moment. Standing to my feet to exit, I pulled the headphones from my head and exited the cathedral, confident for the first time that I belonged, that I was worthy and capable of accomplishing what I had thought for years was impossible. And I felt deep inside my bones that a massive change was right around the corner. I saw the stranger 2 times the next day, and then never again. The first time I was visiting the Da Vinci Museum and listening to those same headphones while touring the museum. I couldn't have been more amazed at his accomplishments as an artist, scientist, and inventor. He gave the world priceless treasures, earth-shattering inventions, all because the Medicis had the money to support his efforts. As I was learning how Leonardo da Vinci was the first to observe, then prove, that sound travels in waves, the stranger showed up again. I took off the headphones. "They're yours now," came the reply. "There's a secret sound wave playing through your headphone. Tonight, look into the power of Da Vinci's sound waves discovery on quieting, focusing, unlocking, and empowering your mind." He turned and once more was gone. Later that day, I was drawn to the Galileo Museum, another Medici man. Galileo revealed how the pitch or change of the sound changes its waveform. The stranger once more appeared out of nowhere. "Tonight, look into Galileo's discovery of changing sound frequencies and the power it has on your brain." The stranger placed his right hand on top of my head, almost like a father blessing a child, and he placed his left hand over my heart. He then said, I have 3 things to tell you, Anthony. You will discover how to unlock your own greatness with great speed. You will experience a renaissance where you will create your own wealth, surpassing everything you've ever dreamed, and you'll show others how to do the same. He smiled, turned, and again was gone. That night, I dove into Da Vinci's discovery of sound waves and Galileo's breakthrough of varying those sound waves and their impact on the brain and what, if anything, it had to do with manifesting personal wealth and success. What I discovered rocked my world, and it's what's led me to this moment with you here today. Because I'm fulfilling the stranger's prophecy by dedicating my life to helping others easily master this breakthrough success code. Here's what I discovered. Da Vinci was right. Sound travels in waves, and the stranger was right too. Our brains operate at the same wave frequencies as sound waves. The latest brain research tells us that different brain activities happen at different frequencies. For example, when you're asleep, our brain waves are at their slowest, called delta. Theta is the next frequency, and it's associated with deep, relaxed meditation or daydreaming. Beta is the frequency where we process lots of information, all at the same time. The next frequency on the scale is alpha, and this is the brainwave frequency of problem solving and concentration on a single task, like studying for a test. Now, here's the bombshell. And it's the one reason why I had never been able to manifest abundance, why I stayed stuck, why I couldn't get out of the rut I was in. The beta brain frequency can be a death trap, and more of our lives are spent in that state. The problem is, it's killing us. It's killing our creativity, capacity, and abundance. The latest neuroscience tells us that the amount of information we are constantly processing is making us dumber, weaker, and even poorer. Discovering this explained a lot about my upbringing. You see, once your brain has been programmed to see, feel, and know scarcity, it becomes physiologically impossible for the neurons to make anything else but scarcity connections. They simply don't know how to make abundance connections because they haven't yet been programmed by the painter. Fortunately, the latest brain research tells us that we can shift our brain waves through sound, just like Galileo prophesied. Varying the pitch affects the waveform. Now, here's what's amazing. By making the pitch in one ear slightly different from the pitch in the other ear, the headphones can, like a painter on a canvas, create the desired waveform inside the brain. And that's exactly what happened when I first put those headphones on. My brain experienced leaving beta and gliding into theta, perhaps for the first time. The relaxation and peace I felt in my whole body were reflected in this blissful state. But the gift the stranger gave me didn't stop there, because there was an additional hidden secret playing through the headphones. Modern society has been led to believe that information is the answer to all of our problems. But this information age is in fact preventing our brains from making the vital connections that geniuses like the Medici men and women did. But listening to slightly different waveforms in each ear automatically synchronizes our brains straight into theta, where our brains can make vital creative connections needed to solve problems, make money, and take action. The brainwave synchronization is what helps take our brains out of busy brain mode and into abundance mode. The other secret of the headphones is this. Theta is the language of the painter. Stanford University studied Tibetan monks who spent decades in learning deep meditation and measured their brainwaves. These monks, known for this mental mastery when connected to EEG machines, showed long, prolonged periods within the theta state, and it profoundly impacted the power of their subconscious mind. I never knew that what I was missing had simply been a result of the sound wave frequencies in my brain. When they say it's all between your ears, they couldn't be more right. Now, the last secret of the Medici Code headphones is this. Since your subconscious is 500,000 times more powerful than your conscious mind, what was playing on those headphones were the life-affirming and success-driving meditations of the Medici family. They did things differently. They made connections and possessed creativity that their rivals couldn't ever touch. As a result, they built an empire of unmatched wealth and changed the world. So, I must ask you this all-important question. If you could have the wealth-building secrets of the House of Medici in a program that teaches those secrets to the painter in your subconscious mind 500,000 times faster than your conscious mind can learn them, wouldn't you want it? I'm proud to tell you all about the Medici Code, a revolutionary product that's the only manifestation tool you'll ever need. So, what was it that was keeping me from manifesting the life of my dreams? The painter inside had been subconsciously programmed to paint a portrait of scarcity, lack, fear, and poverty. But finally, thanks to the Medici Code, it's now possible to easily recommission the painter to paint the portrait of abundance, success, peace, confidence, influence. Because once you have the secret code, it finally becomes possible to unlock unlimited abundance. So, how does the Medici Code work? The Medici Code works by combining the centuries-old success secrets of the Medici family with these secret brainwaves that talk directly to your subconscious. So you can simply and easily reprogram the portrait the painter is creating. It turns your experience of reality from one of scarcity to one of ultimate abundance. It's the secret code that finally allows the painter to paint over the old, limiting beliefs that have kept you stuck and reveals a masterpiece of abundance based on new, powerful beliefs. And all this happens without you having to learn a thing, simply because it bypasses the slow, doubt-filled conscious mind and accesses the most powerful part of your brain, your subconscious. The Medici Code's vibrational frequencies make talking to the painter fast and easy. You see, once you have the code that unlocks the lock, reprogramming the painter to paint a portrait of abundance becomes simple. Never having enough money will be a thing of the past. Right now, deep down, you know there is more out there for you, just like I did. Even though you've grown up with the kind of programming that painted a picture of scarcity, lack, and limitation, you can reprogram a new reality for yourself right now. Listen to a few individuals who have experienced this transformation firsthand, like Mike L. from Ann Arbor, Michigan, who said, "I felt a difference inside my mind the moment I put the headphones on. I could see my future before it became my reality. And become my reality is exactly what it did. I landed and completed 5 jobs and the money to go with it in the time it took me to do 2. I feel like a manifestation superhero." And Rachel H. from Atlanta, Georgia, "I almost can't believe the difference. In just weeks, my painter has created a brand new masterpiece. We close escrow on our dream home in just 9 days. Thank you, thank you, thank you." And how about Francis B. from San Diego? "I'm skeptical by nature. I don't believe anything. There's far too much fake news in the world. And when I didn't feel or see anything happen in the first 36 hours, my skeptic radar went on high alert. But I didn't quit, because it was during the second week that things really took off. Confidence and creativity? Off the charts. I started making more and enjoying my life more. My headphones are my new best friend and my secret weapon. Start using the Medici Code, and your painter will start painting over those old, stuck, self-limiting beliefs with greater levels of abundance and unlimited creativity. And it's way easier than you think it probably is. Here's what I did. First, I hired studio artisans who could help create a beautiful audio landscape with relaxing, peaceful sounds. Then we combine these with theta frequencies, helping your brain simply step into creator mode, a deep, meditative state. You don't have to try to meditate. Simply relax into the session. Then I embedded the wealth-building and abundance secrets of the Medicis onto the audio tracks. They're recorded just under the audible surface so that it talks directly to your subconscious mind, not your conscious mind. Your conscious mind does not need more information. It's your subconscious mind that needs to see the picture. Make the wealth-building connections only your subconscious can make, and then go implement. Because you finally believe you can, and that you're worth it. Your brain will finally be able to physiologically make the connections that bring wealth and success into your life. The full Medici Code is a 3-week program, even though I promise you'll start seeing results way before 3 weeks is up. But 3 weeks is the minimum time needed for your brain to establish a habit. You'll see results, but the Medici Code reaches its full impact, influence, and power once continual renaissance becomes a habit. Here's what you'll experience with the Medici Code. Week 1 is called Foundations. Foundations is a 17-minute audio program. The number 7 represents the Medici coat of arms, one gold shield with 6 circles on it. The number 10 represents the 10 foundational figures of the Medici family, starting with Cosimo the Elder and going to Marie de Medici, who became the Queen of France. Simply press play, and this 17-minute program will begin to reframe your foundational beliefs about yourself, about wealth, about abundance, and about what's possible. And like the Medicis of old, you'll become the creator of your own new reality. Your new foundation will be free and untainted by old limiting beliefs, purged from self-destructive patterns and self-sabotage. The painter will have a fresh and clean canvas to create a brand new masterpiece. You see, it is our personality, or our thoughts, habits, and behaviors that create our personal reality. Change your thoughts, change your reality. Again, all it takes is 17 minutes a day. Week 2 is called Apprenticeship. Now, the old Anthony had been painted into a pretty bleak picture where I saw myself as a victim of my circumstances. My abusive father, my life on the streets, my need to hustle just to survive. I was painted into an ugly corner. I can't tell you how freeing it is. Simply press play and no longer feel like I'm simply blown out by the winds of life. To finally be the captain of my own destiny, to be the creator of my own abundance. This is what week 2 is all about. Like Foundations, the apprenticeship track simply takes 17 minutes a day to start seeing a new you, the joyful creator of your abundant future. Week 3 is called Mastery. Da Vinci, Michelangelo, Botticelli, Galileo were master creators. Just look at the Sistine Chapel ceiling, or the Mona Lisa, or peer at the heavens through Galileo's telescope. They were master creators because the Medici were masters at creating the environment where beauty and knowledge could be manifested. Mastery takes you to a whole new level where you are no longer just building a foundation of abundance or where you are just learning the ropes, but where you are a master creator. Again, all it takes is for you to press play and 17 minutes a day. Together, this 3-week program has the power to unlock the greatness in you, to spark a bonfire of wealth and abundance, to unleash the rebirth of the new you, the renaissance of your life. Along with the audio tracks for this 3-week program, you're also going to get 3 additional resources that will make your experience even more powerful. In your members area, you'll find a helpful PDF quick start guide. It's designed to take any and all guesswork out of how to make optimal use of all the resources inside your membership portal. The quick start guide will fill you with confidence and certainty as you start your abundance journey. Second, you'll also get the Empire Tracker PDF. This powerful tracker prompts you to record your progress during the 3-week program. It empowers you to keep your experiences in one simple and easy location so you can celebrate your progress. Here's a secret. Celebration and gratitude empowers growth. You'll also get unlimited email support as a lifelong member of the Medici Code family. Now, before any of the old programming can kick in and try to talk you out of taking action today, I want to reward you for watching this presentation today by offering you some powerful 100% free gifts, but only if you choose to invest in yourself today. The first bonus gift is called the Medici Shield. This free gift is a 5-part program valued at $99. Here's what makes it so powerful and special. Remember how the Medici coat of arms had 5 red circles and 1 blue circle on it? There's been some debate about what those circles stood for. Here's what I've come to embrace. The 5 red circles represent the 5 core components of the Medici-inspired Renaissance. 1. Freedom of expression and from the tyranny of someone else's rule. 2. Power, not to control others, but to overcome the obstacles life puts in your way. 3. Beauty, recognizing, appreciating, and reflecting the beauty all around us. 4. Influence, inspiring beauty and excellence in those around you. 5. Limitless potential, that everyone has the capacity to achieve great things. The one royal blue circle on the shield represents the individual, the you in your story. Since blue was the color of royalty, the Medici shield helps show you the power of your own royalty and to embrace and fully embody your life just like royalty. This program follows a similar format to the Medici Code. Theta brain sound waves, recorded with beautiful, relaxing music and nature sounds, coupled with the subconscious programming that focuses on clearing away your resistance to abundance and allowing more freedom, power, beauty, influence, and unlimited potential flow into your life. The second free gift has become one of my most trusted secret weapons, and it's yours free, but only when you click the order button below today. And it has to do with sleep. You see, part of my research into brain function revealed that it's during sleep that your brain regenerates itself. And if sleep is interrupted or isn't long or deep enough, your potential is massively hampered because you're carrying around chemical toxins that cause damage to your neurons and neurotransmitters. So I worked with top neuroscientists to develop a pre-sleep program that primes your brain with delta waves to help you get the best, deepest, most refreshing sleep of your life. Imagine heading to bed without that knot in your stomach, where you just know you're going to toss and turn because you can't turn your brain off. Well, you can kiss that noise goodbye with Pure Sleep Prime. It's part of my nightly ritual, and it will become a treasured part of yours too. Pure Sleep Prime is yours today as a free gift when you take action by clicking the button below today. Now, if you choose to invest in yourself today, I have one more powerful gift to get into your hands. It's one that's near and dear to my heart. It's called the Anxiety Buster. Living in survival mode all the time takes a toll on your body and on your brain. It makes it near impossible to be yourself because you're on constant high alert. It's no way to live, my friend, which is why I teamed up with a renowned anxiety expert to create a meditation track that helps empty the backpack of worry and anxiety you've been carrying around. You'll feel a release of the tension and feel a flood of peace and positive energy overcome you. You'll be amazed at how free you feel when you press play on the Anxiety Buster. Again, these 3 powerful gifts will show up in your members area, but only if you choose to invest in yourself today. Now, if investing in yourself seems like a foreign concept, I totally get it. I was exactly where you are. But get this. It's only foreign to you because that's the painter's old picture of scarcity and fear causing you to feel fearful and skeptical, which is completely okay. No judgment here. I mean, after all, it seems these days countless individuals are quick to take money without offering any real value in exchange. To satisfy your concerns, I'm going to make you 3 radical promises that will show up in your life if you take action by clicking the order button today. What's more, it's all covered by a mind-bending triple stack guarantee. Promise number 1. Within 24 hours of starting the Medici Code program as directed, you will see a sign telling you you're on the right track. Just like I saw a pattern of 6 circles repeatedly telling me that I was on the right track, the universe will start sending you a sign so you know you're on the right track. Here's the sign you'll see. You'll begin to see a pattern of circles repeatedly showing up all around you. Maybe it's 6 circles together, or perhaps 3 or 5. But whatever the number, you'll start seeing that number of circles showing up all around you, or your money back. Here's promise number 2. You'll meet a guide to help you on your way. Your guide may be a stranger, family member, a business connection, or an influencer on the internet. But the universe will send you a powerful guide to help you on your way. Promise number 3. After 3 weeks of using the Medici Code as directed, you'll experience a renaissance of abundance, or your money back. To further address how the painter might resist taking a chance on yourself, I'm actually tripling the guarantee for you today. Click the button below to try the Medici code risk-free for a full 60 days. If you're not satisfied with your results, simply send me an email and I'll refund you immediately. You truly aren't risking a single penny today. I want you to imagine living the life you want to create, a life free from the chaotic picture life has painted for you. Imagine being the creator of your own destiny instead of just a role player in someone else's story. But in order to do that, you have to reprogram how your neurons fire and sync. And the Medici code is the only tool you need to achieve this, along with your favorite pair of headphones. You may be wondering if you can accomplish the same thing some other way. The simple answer to that is yes, but it will take months, perhaps years, and thousands upon thousands of dollars. Because the truth is, traditional therapy, which costs at least $150 a session, primarily addresses the conscious mind, which is great, but it can't reach the painter unless you stay at it consistently, day after day, week after week, month after month, and year after year. It is the painter or the subconscious mind that really pulls the strings, less so the conscious mind. Therapy is like trimming back a weed, little by little. The Medici code is like yanking it up from the roots, once and for all. Simply click the button below to get the Medici code, the program guaranteed to recommission the painter to create the abundance masterpiece you so deserve. When you click that button, you'll be taken to a 100% secure order form. There, you'll confirm everything that accompanies your purchase today. Then, once your payment is processed, you'll get instant access to the entire Medici Code program, unlimited abundance, right at your fingertips. Now, for just a moment, I want you to imagine yourself standing in front of two paintings. On the left, the picture is barren and lifeless. It's bleak and gives you a sense of heaviness and hopelessness. The painting on the right, however, is different. It's full of life, light, beauty, and abundance. In the painting is everything you love and nothing you don't. It's exciting, powerful, and peaceful. Just looking at it gives you a sense of hope and success. If you could paint yourself into one of those pictures, with the press of a button, which would you choose? That's the choice that's before you today. Which painting will you choose? By simply pressing play, you can choose to paint your new abundant reality with the Medici Code. Or you can do nothing and just keep hoping things might change someday and keep toughing it out through the mental chaos and confusion the old painter has painted for you up until today. I can't encourage you strongly enough to choose the painting on your right, the painting that allows you to leave behind, once and for all feelings of lack, fear, and uncertainty, and move into a reality of greatness, abundance, love, health, and beauty. I can't wait for you to experience your own transformation story mere days from now. The Medici Code empowers you to recommission your painter. Simply click the button below so you can get started on your abundant masterpiece today. Scarcity has haunted your steps long enough. You deserve to experience your own rebirth, your own manifestation of greatness. Please remember, if you're not 100% blown away by your results, I want to hear about it so I can immediately issue you a refund. I can't think of a single reason for you to not start living a life of beauty and abundance, starting right now. Just click the button below and let me be the first to welcome you to the renaissance of your own personal abundance. So, you may have a few questions about the Medici Code, so let me cover some of them. Question: what's the science behind the Medici Code? Answer: The Medici Code leverages the power of two revolutionary neurological breakthroughs. The first one is the discovery of the theta tone. It's the frequency that locks your brain into a state of deep relaxation beyond busy brain. This is the neurological state where it finally becomes possible to overwrite your present belief and behavior patterns. The second neurological breakthrough is the discovery of how to reprogram the painter. This is based on the research that shows that your subconscious mind can process 500,000 times more information than your conscious mind. That's as long as your conscious mind doesn't get in the way. That's why the revolutionary new patterns of belief and behavior are whispered to your subconscious mind, bypassing your ears audibly, but plenty loud enough for your subconscious mind to absorb. When combined into a 17 minutes audio program, it becomes the Medici Code, enabling you to manifest the life of your dreams. Question: if I've tried other manifestation programs before and they didn't work, how will this be different? Answer: the reason is simple. You can only manifest what the painter allows you to. And since your subconscious drives 95% of your beliefs and behaviors, you simply cannot manifest a new and abundant reality until there's new programming. That's what the Medici Code does for you. It reprograms your subconscious, whereas those other programs could never even access your subconscious. So, for the first time in your entire life, it's not only possible to manifest abundance, but it's easy. And when I say easy, I don't mean everything just falls into your lap, because that's not actually what you need. Instead, you'll experience one magical, miraculous breakthrough after the other. And you're going to become someone who makes decisions based on what the new you believes, not the old you. That's the inevitable transformation you'll go through when you watch reality change as your subconscious is rewritten. Question: how is my investment protected? Answer: you literally take zero risk with the Medici Code. You have a full 60-day guarantee. If at any point during the 60-day period you decide it's not for you, you can return it for a full refund. Every penny, no hassle, not a single question. Your satisfaction is 100% guaranteed. Question: what will happen to all the other manifestation material I've learned? Answer: well, right now, all that learning is part of what's holding you back until your preset patterns are reprogrammed. Then, watch out. With the new subconscious programming from the Medici Code, the sky's the limit. Question: is my personal information safe? Answer: yes. Our site employs military-grade 256-bit encryption technologies with secure sockets layer from trusted vendors like VeriSign and thought to encrypt sensitive information. Think of it like the Fort Knox of web safety. Question: how soon should I expect results? Answer: every person is different, and every brain responds differently to the Medici Code. Some experience powerful results the very first moment they put their headphones on. Others take some time. We ask that you use as directed, 17 minutes a day for 21 days before you fully evaluate your results. Keep this in mind. The results become cumulative. The longer and more consistently you use the Medici Code, the more dramatic your results will be.